Hi everybody, happy Sunday. I hope you've had an amazing week. Today, for this episode of Sunday School, and for our second special installment of Sunday School during Gelip month, we are going to be talking about the new Mochi base. We've been getting tons of questions about this product. It's not released yet, it's going to be coming out on the 12th, but this has been really fun for me to play with. It's already released in Japan, and it's had some really amazing reception. So we're very excited to tell you a little bit more about this guy. Let's get started. So now typically when you apply a Gelip enhancement, we are putting on that soft gel tip and applying it to the natural nail. We typically actually recommend that you use the Gelip Bond base. This product is a soft gel, a little bit harder, and it cures very quickly. So this has been a very great product that we've recently come out with that really helps you adhere these to the nail without too much trouble. You don't tend to get a lot of bubbles. It sticks really nicely, has great adhesion. But some people have a little bit of issues with the liquid. Sometimes if you're pushing too hard, or if you're not pushing enough, or if you don't use enough, it can be very tricky to adjust or change or fix or get a really perfect application 10 out of 10 every time. Enter Gelip on Mochi. So Gelip on Mochi has a really high viscosity. Consider it very similar to our our boba gels, that really high viscosity. Those ones are designed to kind of create like 3D designs, so like nuanced nails or ring nails, things like that. But you can see just by how much I'm playing with this, it's really solid. So this is really great because you can apply a solid amount of this putty underneath your Gelip tip. And then because it's so super sticky, when you apply the tip down, you can actually step back and take a look at your application without having to worry about the liquid running out or making any bubbles or maybe just not staying on perfectly. It's a little bit more room for adjustment. It gives you a little bit more wiggle room before you actually cure the tip in place. So here was my first experience using Mochi on my client. So I've sized out my Gelip tip, and then I have applied Gelip Bond base to the natural nail. I like having that protection of a cured layer of liquid gel over the whole nail. Taking a bit of the Mochi, and then I actually use the tip to just kind of grab a little bit on the underside. You could use a metal spatula if you want, but I thought this looked cooler. But watch this. I'm going to press very firmly down, and you can see it's spreading very nicely, but then I can fully let go of the nail and kind of play with it and wiggle it around, and you don't have to worry about it popping off or being bubbly or anything like that. You can really move it and adjust it until you're happy. Another really great example from Fourth Rock Nails here, and you'll see that she's not actually using a lot of the Mochi base. It's really great. You don't have to use a ton because these tips are designed to be very flat and very thin so that they don't pinch or create any uncomfortable kind of feelings on the nail. You don't have to use a lot of product to get them fully applied to the nail, especially because the structure isn't built into these tips. The structure is something we apply afterwards. And you can see she was able to really apply it super smoothly, adjust her shape and everything, and then go ahead and do her overlay with her platinum filler base. Let's watch, see she's blending this away, getting that line nice and perfect between the tip and the natural nail, cleansing, and then she's going in with platinum filler base afterwards. So the Mochi base really allowed her to apply the tip super perfectly on her nail, and she's doing it on herself. Doing this on yourself, especially with that liquid gel, can be really tricky. So the Mochi base is super great for that. And you probably saw in those two videos that we just showed, we did apply the Gelip Bond base underneath the Mochi Bond. You do still want to do some kind of base, whether it's Mega Stick base or the Gelip Bond base. Those are two of the kind of better options as far as applying to the natural nail. Cure that fully, and then apply your tip with your Mochi base. This is also HEMA-free, which is really great, and you're going to get about 300 nail applications. We say 300 because sometimes you just need to do one extension. So that's 30 sets if you think about it set-wise. So get ready, get excited. This comes out tonight at midnight. That is midnight CST. So if you are on the East Coast or the West Coast, make sure you're checking your time zones because there's always a couple people that get confused, but it will be out tonight, midnight CST. You can pick up your Gelip Bond Mochi. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, as always, we have our cute little question box right up here. Feel free to drop your questions in there, and I'll do my best to get back to you by the end of the day. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing Sunday. Happy Super Bowl if you celebrate the Super Bowl, and we will see you next Sunday School. Take care.